I just made this soup, and I have some toppings for the soup. To make it interesting. Maybe you don't afford to see me eat this soup because it is cockroach humor to watch me eat the soup. I am eating the soup because I am not going to feed it to somebody else. I don't actually know you about your gluttoning problems with Jesus. I am not Jesus. Jesus is not alive here. When you glutton, who are you killing? Are you so happy on sugar and drunk on alcohol that you don't know who you're killing for the food? For the state the obvious, you must pay a transaction to a cashier attendant or you can't have the food, and you don't leave without paying the attendant unless you loot the whole store. And I don't recommend the looting yet because I'm still alive. It says serve chilled, but I am sort of cooking it right here in the pot, in the bowl. I would heat this over the stove, but I don't heat milk because it decomposes when you do that. So it's just going to be warm temperature like it is right here in the bowl without a heating element beneath the milk. So what about creamy? Like I just made Alfredo sauce last night, like heated it up. It was already made in the jar, but I made it like heated it up. And it has milk in there, and that's true. I need to add water and I need to use the heating element carefully. So if you haven't been learning how to cook from me, or if you haven't been learning how to eat from me, who taught you how to cook and eat when you're angry? Because you've been charging me for my life because you're angry and you mix your anger with food consumption, food service, and high-speed trafficking around the food stock in public, which is really to be paid out. You're not to consume that. I can consume it, but you can't. And you don't know the difference, but I'm not Jesus, so you don't have it paid for two ways. You are consuming that Jesus is reported as being crucifixion, and then you're also consuming that that I am the great-grandfather of Jesus and I am deceased and I can't get out of alive. No. So what are you eating? You're eating that you're angry with each other and you don't have a problem. I know, but I'm not Jesus. You have that problem. Everybody has that problem. I was formed by Jesus and I worry about myself, but I'm not supposed to worry about you being formed by Jesus. That was elsewhere's. If I was Jesus, I'm not Jesus. Nobody thinks that. Well, your gluttony problem is mixed with your what is mine to myself questioning. And then when I say it about myself, I am alive, and everything is mine to myself because I alive. So what is your question? Because you're not due to make those disputes on my time. You can't say you don't know who I am. That's not paid for. I am myself. And you are alive that way. You can't say you have it paid for, that you're alive and you don't know who I am. You don't have that paid for. I am myself. You are alive that way. That's what's paid for.